So as you can see, this pile of mess here is pretty much all of the tier 2 red parts, which I am about to paint the next tone of color. Mirror gold for Lexon. This was a pain in the ass to do because there are far more parts and smaller parts than the first set. The third set, of course, doesn't seem to be that many parts. It's more larger parts, but these are the most abundant of the red colors. I had to verify and check each and every one of these parts, make sure they're nicely sanded down, no holes, no scar marks or anything else, and making sure that they are put into the right position so that way I can paint them. The most annoying of all would be the funnels, as you can see here. Putting this on this is easy, but doing this, I had to use up all my alligator clips to hold each and every one, just so that way they're in this specific position, so that way I can paint not only this side, but that side as well. Yeah, this was annoying. Very annoying. You can imagine the stress many other modelers out there who are making this kit as well, both past and current. But I was able to get it up to this point. So let's begin. First, this is what it looks like before priming, and here it is all now primed using my microfiller. I gotta review the parts again, make sure that actually, to tell you the truth, during me spray painting, some of them I did see a little bit of a hole here and there that pretty much needs to be resanded down again, so it's going to take me a lot more time to do this. But once I'm done refilling it in, repriming it just to make sure everything is done, then I'm going to, of course, paint it. Not gloss white. No, I am actually going to do gloss black, because I think when I was reviewing the colors again, I think the gloss black would be a good idea to try it, to, you know, put that mid color in there. Even though the mirrored gold is a little darker, I wanted to get a little bit more shinier. So that's what I'm going to do. So here it is before me painting it gloss black. And here are all the parts now glossed up with gloss black. As you can see, there's a nice reflective sheen on it. It's kind of difficult to get it, the sheen. Look at that. Here's a good example of the leg. You see, the best thing to do it, of course, is once you, with black, gloss black, you want to give it a light pass first, then a heavy pass, but quick heavy pass, so that way you get this nice little reflective look on it. As long as you see that light, the light of your lamp reflect off and then follow it, you're fine. Sometimes you'll get that point where it's like a dull section and you have to redo it again. This can be done during the course of the painting. It's like right here, how I can follow the light all the way around. Yeah, this one I did a lot, but I try to concentrate here. Can't see there we go, there's the reflection right there. Because I want to, once I finish painting all that, I want to mask this off. This one was a pain. Well, actually, to tell you the truth, notice that if you paint a large surface area, you do realize that you need to give it a good constant pass so you get a good reflection.
with the black. On smaller parts, I'm referring to bigger parts. On smaller parts, like something like this, all you need to do is pass it once, and then you have the reflective sheen because of how close it is to the proximity of the airbrush. So you do have that. Now try to grab everything, try to cover everything that I know. I had a problem during the course of me painting this. Apparently, and I was told many times that I should get myself a regulator, another regulator from my airbrush. Turns out that some bubbles were getting through, and I had to like stop and clean some of the parts up. I think I have 2 parts that needs to be cleaned up. Let me see if I could find them. Here's one. Here's the other. This is part of the shields. You see right there, right there. I want to sand it down and reapply it again. I think the helmet has the same thing. No, the helmet has a nice little roughness to it, but not that bad. It has the reflectiveness, but I may want to give it another pass just in case. Yeah, this is a lot of work here. Get it nice and even. I had to make sure that I let the compressor run, not the compressor, the spray booth run all the time, so that way spray booth pretty much almost acts like a like an air purifier, so it can pick up all particles and things like that. But yeah, came out pretty good. I want to make sure I clean it up, and then of course we're going to go to the next thing, would be of course painting it chrome. And here are all the parts now all chromed up using chrome for Lexon. Really love this Alclad paint. Take a look at that. Nice and shiny. I'm going to actually put a couple of parts here on the table so you guys can see this firsthand. During the course of me airbrushing, I did like what I did last time, where I applied one coat and applied a second coat. But right after I applied the second coat, I took a lint-free cloth and I began buffing it and getting it a little bit more shinier than how it is originally. Alright, so I got those there. Let me pull some that's here off to the side to show off a better example. Yeah, I need that. And oh, okay, yeah, this one's good. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, that should be good enough. So parts like this, they buffed up a bit. And what I did was I waited about a minute or two, because the Alclad doesn't rub off very quickly unless you have some thinner on your hand. It shines up really good once you buff it. Look at that. And now I'm buffing it every time I'm touching it with my finger, because I don't want to get any fingerprints on it. But yeah, look at this. Nice and shiny. Some of them I may have to redo again because they still have the darkness on it of the base coat. So I may want to pass them up again. I mean, like this one is really nice. It came out really good, but it's not consistent, and I want to keep it at least consistent with all the other parts. The helmet is a good one right here.
This would have been perfect if I would have made it a chrome-based Sazabi. But I think somebody's already done that already. Look at that. So that came out right. Look at the reflectness. Look at this. Eee. Now, so you guys understand, I'm not going to, after I fix that and fix some others, I'm not going to move on with detail, with covering up some parts. Considering like this vent trim here, I'm going to use some Tamiya tape and cover that up. Cover up the vents here. Maybe even cover up these two little guys over here. Trying to figure out what other examples. I did mention about the shield. Actually, let me get it for you guys. You can see this. Get over here. Yay. Everything's fine. Oh yeah, look at this. This one's pretty nice. I did mention about this, the trims, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know if I should. Well, I guess now that I've committed to this, I don't want to metallic coat it already. I mean, excuse me, get the gunmetal and put it on and then cover it up. I think I'm going to have to do is wait until I paint the whole thing to what I want, to the color, you know, to the color that I want, then mask off everything and then paint off the rest in the gunmetal. I think gunmetal is pretty much strong enough to counter-react with the chrome, but yeah, that came out okay. All right, so I'm gonna have to take some time to look into each and every one, make sure everything's fine, recover up a bit here and there, and then we move on. Whoops, wrong one. With mirrored gold for Lexon.